What's up, yo? This week on Thug Notes, we getting ice cold with Wuthering Heights by Emily Brontë. So some fool Lockwood arrives at Thrushcross Grange, a pimpin' manor across the way from another fat crib called Wuthering Heights. After meeting his emo landlord Heathcliff, Lockwood hits up the maid Nellie and asks her to tell him what went down in his hood. Back in the day, the top dog of Wuthering Heights, Mr. Earnshaw, picked little Heathcliff off the street and decided to raise him as his own. At first, Earnshaw's two legit kids, Catherine and Henley, can't stand Heathcliff's freeloading ass. But soon, Catherine starts to get all sweet on my boy, and they start chilling on the reg. Henley still got beef though, especially since Earnshaw favors Heathcliff. When Earnshaw checks out for good, Henley puts Heathcliff in his place and makes him work like a slave. Unacceptable. Everything's bump until Heathcliff's biddy meets Edgar from T-Cross Grange, who starts cock-blocking our boy by laying the mac on Catherine. Since Edgar's pants sagging from them $100 bills and Heathcliff broke his shit, Catherine decides she's gonna marry Edgar even though she don't love him. Skank. But Heathcliff be all like, nah, f this, I'm out, and chunks deuces out of Wuthering Heights. Years later, Heathcliff comes back minted like a f***ing baller. Ain't nobody know where he got them swole dollars from, but he gonna use it to get back at all them haters who done shit in his cereal. Heathcliff swindles Henley and his son Harrington, jacks Wuthering Heights, and treats Henley like a bitch till he dies. Then he marries Edgar's sister, Isabella, just to get his hands on T-Grange. After Catherine dies birthing a little baby Kathy, Heathcliff's wife Isabella pieces out to London where she gives birth to Heathy's boy Linton. 10 years later, baby Kathy's still living in T-Grange, and Heathcliff got his boy Linton back. When Linton starts hollering at Kathy, Heathcliff forces them to marry so he can get his grubby hands on T-Grange. After Linton dies, Heathcliff got it all and keeps Kathy under lockdown. After a lot of time and choice words, Kathy warms up to Henley's son Harrington and they get engaged. But Heathcliff ain't never gonna see that day because Catherine's memory hunts Heathcliff so raw that it kills him. Dub Heezy is a trill example about what happens when a player's soul is torn between love and hate. Heathcliff spends the first half of the book trying to hang on to his honey Catherine, all while getting smacked around by Henley. But once Catherine marries Edgar, Heathcliff feels like he got played and starts sipping that haterade. But Heathcliff ain't bringing his vengeance to the streets. To wreck these rich haters, Heathcliff gotta beat them at their own game. He gets to jump on Henley by stacking grands and swiping his hood. Then he uses his own wife and kids to get more green. And so for Heathcliff, his wife and kids are just another commodity to trade. But it ain't enough to just burn all his back-wind brothers. He also gotta mess with the new kids on the block. And the next generation always ends up mirroring the last. Just like Heathcliff caught beatdowns from Henley left and right, Heathcliff wrecks Harrington 24/7. But no matter how lost Heathcliff gets looking for vengeance, he'll always be haunted by the woman he loves. In fact, he got exactly what he wanted. Catherine Earnshaw, may you not rest as long as I am living. You said I killed you. Haunt me then. Be with me always. Take any form. Drive me mad. Only do not leave me in this abyss where I cannot find you. Peep this symbol, son. Catherine's love can go one of two ways. Wuthering Heights is surrounded by a whole bunch of nature and crazy weather, representing the hardcore passion of Catherine's love for Heathy. T-Grange, on the other hand, is all clean and sheltered, which repping the easy living of Catherine's marriage to the hood-rich Edgar. When Catherine makes her choice, so does Heathcliff. Revenge. And while love don't conquer all in no simple way, it eventually wins out. Heathcliff drops his venomous revenge after seeing Harrington and Kathy getting fresh, cause they be reminding him of Catherine. And since he reclaims his humanity by dropping his vengeful grind, H-Dog's departed soul can finally join the ghost of Catherine that's been haunting him for so long. When Nellie peeps a scared boy crying and asks him what's wrong, he say, "There's Heathcliff and a woman yonder, under Tanab. I dare not pass him." Thanks for tuning in, my well-read thugs. Stay smart and stay in school. Peace.